morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson here in our Grand Hyatt Vail studios. Going to give you some details on the last week of the season. Vail closes on Sunday, the 23rd. Beaver Creek already closed last Sunday on the 16th, which is typical for Beaver Creek to close a week or two earlier than Vail Mountain. But get out there and enjoy it. We're going to have another beautiful day for you to enjoy, and a few activities going on this week as well. So we'll get to that all throughout the show. We'll be with you for the next hour, 7:30 to 8:30 Mountain Daylight Time. And if you want to chat with us, you can do so on a couple of different platforms. We've got our Facebook page and we have our YouTube channel. So just type in Vail Valley Live to get yourself dialed in to find out what it looks like around here. And it still looks pretty wintry. We have a lot of coverage on the mountain. In fact, Vail Mountain is skiing on a 64-inch base right now. It's been a while since we've had that much snow this late into the season, and we have 34 or 345 inches season to date. We're just shy of the seasonal average, which is 354, but we've got a storm on the way. Hey, pay attention to the crawl on the bottom of the screen to let you know it's been groomed in the last 24 hours. And we do have limited terrain out there. We're still a lot. You know, Vail's a huge mountain, but Blue Sky Basin closed a couple of weeks ago. They did close China and teacup bowls last week due to some interesting phenomenons. These wet slides, kind of an inbound avalanche that happened after the mountain was closed, of course, but still, it just wasn't quite a great ideal situation for people to be skiing and riding. We've had some weird weather, a lot of snow, and then temperatures in the 60s, so it can cause a little havoc back there. But we do still have the back bowls of sun up and sundown open for you, accessed by Cheer 5. So you can get out there as early as 8:30 this morning, but it might be a little crunchy. We didn't go too far down in temperature. We're right at 32 right now. So we didn't have a hard freeze or anything overnight. But let's take a look at that weather right now, and we'll give you some details, give you the numbers. This weather and report brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. If you're going on vacation, I know spring break happens for a lot of the families next week. If you need some cool clothes to wear in one of those beach destinations, hop on over to the outlets and you'll save a lot of money. All right, let's take a look at the weather for you. So we're already at 32 degrees, 28 up on the mountain. And then by mid-morning, we'll be in the mid-30s. We'll be in the 40s. We're going to top out in the low 50s. We'll drop down to just below freezing. Once again, no new snow over in the last 24 hours. But we could start to see some snow as early as tonight. Now, today we'll have plenty of sunshine and we're going to have some windy conditions. Now, the winds picked up a little bit more than I expected yesterday. Anthony and I were just talking about that, and he goes, last night it was so windy. So, yeah, we're going to see the wind start to gust as high as 45 miles per hour. Otherwise, earlier in the day, 10 to 20, increasing to 20 to 30 in the afternoon. As the afternoon picks up, that's when we'll see more of the winds. But still, it's not going to be really a cold wind. It's more of kind of a nuisance wind, if you will. Now, we have a 40% chance of snow, and that wind will continue into the evening. The wind will stay as gusting as much as 45 miles per hour tonight. And then through Wednesday, snow showers likely mainly between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m., pretty much all throughout the ski day. A little thunder also possible, and mostly cloudy. And the temperatures will stay a little bit more on the warm side, a high of 40 degrees for Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, a 20% chance of showers, mostly cloudy. Thursday, we're a little bit cooler on Thursday. We'll get into the low 30s, and then a slight chance of showers, and then an increased chance of showers as the afternoon goes on. Wednesday night, a 50% chance of showers, and Friday, wow, we could maybe even have like a little powder day out of this. Let's look at the snow totals of what they're expecting. So today, enjoy the sunshine because we've got cloud cover. It looks like all the way until maybe Saturday afternoon. Then we'll see partly sunny after the snow rolls through, and Sunday mostly sunny with a high near 51. It could be a great looking closing day. But let's look at the snow totals if we get another 10 inches, even 9 inches, we will reach that average for the for Vail Mountain, which is 354 inches. Do we have that map? Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, so a couple inches on Wednesday, a couple more on Thursday, and then another couple on Friday. So maybe 9 inches. That's all we need. I'd be so happy if we could get that. I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I think it's just kind of fun. It's my goals. I don't have any goals, Anthony. I don't have any goals. We got Anthony directing today behind the scenes, pushing the buttons. So there you have it. That's a look at your weather. Today, lather on the sunscreen, have some fun. I would find a deck outside to eat, maybe, Wildwood or maybe just Midvale. Midvale's got a nice deck right there, easy to get to. And if you take a late lunch and it's getting a little bit slushy out there, you can always download on Gondola One. You can download from Eagle's Nest as well. And even over by Northwoods, if you get to Chair 6 before you get to the base of 11, which is Northwoods Express, the Rivermont Express can take you all the way down to Golden Peak. That's kind of a fun way to do it. And if you still want to get one more lap in, maybe you can take Whippersnapper all the way down to the bottom. So that's a look at what's going on with the mountain. Once again, Beaver Creek closed yesterday. They got a great photo on the cover of the Vail Daily today of a wonderful deck party at the top of Rose Bowl deck. But Meredith Kirkman is in Lake Topco right now. I can't wait to see her Tahoe photos. So she's coming back on Wednesday. We'll find out more from her. But I had a chance to pop over to Aspen. It's so neat where we're situated. We're only a short drive away from Steamboat, Aspen, of course, Summit County. We've got Breckenridge still open. They did close Keystone, and we did close Ski Cooper, which is just to the south of us. Telluride is already closed for the season, as well as Crested Butte. I've never skied those areas, Anthony, but I would love to ski those sometime. But we have so many great resorts right in the area, just in case you're on the Icon Pass or if you're on the Epic Pass. But I had a chance to go over to Aspen. I had a friend who had a deal on tickets, so I got a lift ticket for $49. It was great. But so at the top of Ajax Mountain, which is right in the town of Aspen, just beautiful views. I've got a little movie I could show you that's looking over towards Highlands and the Highlands Bowl, and then out to the range. Just gorgeous out there. And this is at top of the Silver Queen Gondola, and just beautiful. So we were skiing a lot of corn snow. There's my husband and I. We were out there just enjoying. He was going skinning, so he didn't have a helmet on then. But that's what we're looking at. And then we have some friends that have a cabin on the backside of Aspen Mountain. So can you imagine, like, you go up to back poles and then you ski about a mile down. So here we are, this beautiful cabin, just enjoying the afternoon sunshine and the views. We were looking out towards Highlands Bowl, just beautiful indoors and out. We had pulled pork sandwiches, and then we went golfing. So we had a good time. You can see Sopers in the background. We went golfing at a course called Aspen Glen in Carbondale. They had opened up. So we're like, hey, why not a weekend of ski and tea? But definitely a lot of fun to be had. Look at those views. I mean, it was just magical to be out there on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And then we were hauled out by one of those little ATVs with the tracks on, and that brings us to the top of Aspen Mountain, and then you ski down. So that was kind of the sun setting off to the west. So we went out there for just a couple hours on Saturday, and what a cool experience. So, I don't know if you're doing any hut trips anymore this spring. They'll still have those going on. I just did a hut trip last Monday. So there's still some cool ways that you can enjoy winter, because we got a lot of snow, and it's going to take a long time for a lot of this to melt off. I know that some of the trails have not opened yet because of the snow and the mud. And just, even if a sign says, seasonal closures through April 15th, well, it's not quite the case. They're not really open if the trails are still muddy. So you may need to go further down valley, lower in elevation. Think about exposure. Think what's seen, maybe a southern exposure, so that might have melted off more. but it's going to be a long time before we can get some of our trails open. So just a little word of advice. And if you want to go biking, wow, you can always head down and go to Fruta and Moab. Those trails are nice and dry. Eagle, parts of them are dry. I've gotten little reports that maybe the one that has the southern exposure, that part is dry. But if you start getting into maybe places where there's northern exposure and there's mud, you're going to want to turn around and just respect the trails and respect the wildlife. A lot of the trail closures do have to do with wildlife migration and also maybe the elk calving patterns that are going on this time of year as well. We want to make sure that we keep the mamas and the babies safe and comfortable and not stressed out right now. Hey, but let's take it to a break. When we come back, we're going to give you headlines in the Vail Daily, also road reports.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the Outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the Outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
At My Future Pathways, our mission is to be the helping hand that enriches and elevates the lives of youth and families of our valley so they can reach their full potential. Through our holistic approach, our tutoring service and programming strengthen our community, develop self-worth, create opportunities, and promote values. We are My Future Pathways.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Time now to take a look at what made headlines in today's Vail Daily. And on the cover, deck party. Oh, that's what it's all about this time of year. A crowd gathers on the Rose Bowl deck during Beaver Creek's closing day on Sunday. As resorts close down, skiers tend to take less laps and spend more time relaxing in the sun with friends. Really, that's what it's all about. Such a great time. And you know what? What's really interesting is you kind of see your winter friends and then your summer friends. So you may not see your winter friends till the beginning of this season. It's kind of like school. I've always equated it to like, school or college. It's like, okay, see you next year. And then when you see each other in the fall, it's like, hey, how was your summer? What'd you do this summer? So kind of a cycle that we see here. But look at that view, not a cloud in the sky. So, but headlines for today, more changes, please. Even with proposed amendments, local municipalities and organizations are continuing to push for revisions to landmark land use bill. So more about this. So as a controversial land use bill continues through the Colorado Senate, proposed amendments could answer some, but not all, of the changes to local communities, organizations, that what they're advocating for. So learn more about this on page A3. And also another successful year. So not only did Beaver Creek close this past weekend, but a community-owned ski area closes for the season. That is Ski Cooper. That's on Sunday. Ski Cooper is kind of just a nice little place to go. Kind of harkens back to how the old ski resorts used to be. But just a relatively short drive from here, about 40 minutes or so, if you want to check that out for next year. But also in today's paper, hey, Gypsum Days, they announced their lineup for the 2023 Gypsum Days concerts. It's in its 40th year, and the event will feature 4 country bands with 2 nights of shows. So this will be down at the Lundgren Amphitheater at the Town Hall campus, as well as a few other areas around town. And it includes all sorts of things from a fireman's pancake breakfast, a 5K of classic car show, the parade, the shooting range, the jalapeno eating contest, lots of things going on. But so what they're going to do is it'll kick off on Friday, And it's all about Nashville as country music newcomer Shane Prophet and supergroup Diamond Rio take the stage on Friday. And then on Saturday, there's going to be a fiery, Western-rooted bluegrass sound of female trio Runaway June. They're going to start the night off, followed with country blues rocker Frankie Ballard. So it should be a fun time. This is going to be July 14th and 15th. So you got a little time to plan. And then Vail to review parking changes and summer parking operations. So if you want to know what's going to be going on with the parking this season, especially with Ford Park and event parking, it's good to just kind of read up on this. This is on page A4 of today's Vail Daily. And then also, hey, find your friends' pets in Vail Live and Town Talk. This is on page A10. And it's kind of cool to see who's out there, who's out and about, who's got a birthday, who's dressing in costume, who just won a scholarship. It's all there on Vail Live and Town Talk in the Vail Daily. So grab your copy today, find out what made news. You can go to the website as well. And they have the e-edition on the website, so you can actually read the whole paper and find out some of the deals, look at some of the ads. There's a few places offering specials on restaurant entrees or maybe spa deals. So it's good to kind of go page by page so you don't miss out on something you may want to save on. But let's take a look at what made talking about what road events we have going on. Now, if you're traveling westward to Fruita, to Moab, Grand Junction, anything out west, maybe you're doing your road trip, your season is wrapped up at the Beeve, you packed up your bags, your job is ended, you're ready to hit the road. Well, we've got just a little traffic, no problems going that direction. Now, anyone going eastbound out of Glenwood Springs, the right lane is closed due to road maintenance operations, so slower speeds are advised through there. Otherwise, we're looking clear all the way through. Not even any construction to mention. Now, Vail Pass has had an ongoing program or project for the last year and a half. So they're going to be firing that up. I know last Monday when I was coming down Vail Pass, the right lane was closed due to some of the construction and the shoulder closed as well. But if you want to keep an eye on the roads, especially as we get into the more wintry weather coming up with these spring storms, you're going to want to have cotrip.org handy, or you're going to want the app on your phone, and you can just download that. And that's a good source to have, especially if you're in the stopped traffic and you don't know why. It's just good to know what could be ahead of you. So there's a look at the roadways. Easy commute in. You could see a lot of the snow has melted on the sides of the roads, but in the higher elevations, still a little bit of that snow, and a lot of the times that melts during the day, and it crosses the road, and it can refreeze overnight, especially at that altitude. Right now, we're not that bad. We're sitting right at 32 degrees, but I bet you up on Vail Pass, it's probably in the mid 20s to low 20s up there right now. So just a couple things to think about. But hey, how are you going to plan your Tuesday? Lifts open at 8:30. Like I've said, you may want to just wait a little bit to let it soften up. Kind of the magic time to go during the spring freeze thaw syndrome. It's the 10 o'clock to about 2 o'clock time frame. I know Anthony went skiing at Beaver Creek. What'd you do? 12:30 or 2:30? 2:30 is when you guys went? Yeah. So 2 to 3, it gets a little slushy and it gets a little hard to push that around. So you can always just kind of go for those midday hours, 10 to 2, maybe take a late lunch and then come on down. But if you're not going to ski today, we got a few things that we can tell you about. One of those, a little bit of donation-based meditation. Anna Hatha Yoga is doing this on Tuesday. This will be from 10 to 10:30. So just kind of a guided meditation. You can drop by, and it's a pay as you can, because they want to really provide people this, with people that can't do yoga because they can't afford it. They want to have this be a donation-based meditation program. So you can check that out at Anahata Yoga and Wellness in Minturn. And then the Vail Village walking tour, that is still going on today. This could be a fun way to spend your morning and then hop on the ski slopes afterwards, because at 11 a.m., that's when it's going to start. This is a $10 donation that you would just pay right at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum and Hall of Fame. You you come a little early, get set up, maybe about 10:45, and then the tour will leave at 11. And then come back and check out all the historical facts and the ski history in the museum. But it's a great walking tour of Vail, especially with Vail's 60th anniversary. It's kind of neat to learn a little bit more about this short yet impressive history that the mountain has. And then a little live music this afternoon. So we've got opera ski music. It's kind of winding down, at some locations, but we still have some musicians that'll be playing. Musicians will be playing all throughout the spring into the summer. Matt Garth is going to be playing today at the Drunken Goat from 4 to 7 p.m. They might even have the deck open at Drunken Goat today. Usually in the springtime, if it gets sunny enough, they might do that for you. Otherwise, he'll be playing inside 4 to 7, taking requests. So he plays everything from rock and blues and reggae, a lot of just acoustic, fun tunes, free for you. Also, Kevin Danzig will be playing at the King's Club, Sun Up Hotel. So they're still going to have their music going from 7 to 10 this week with various artists playing. So check that out. Maybe grab a bite to eat at the King's Lounge, or maybe go to the Bully Ranch first and then come on over to see what Kevin's going to be playing tonight. And then also bingo at the Rabbit Hole. All right, so this is the Chasing Rabbits, the brand new club in Solaris. It's like 13,000 square feet. It's got the arcade, it's got the Moon Rabbit, it's got Rabbit Hole, it's got all the library. So bingo is free from 6 to 8 p.m. You can buy drinks there, you can buy food, but they're doing it every Tuesday night. So it's a lot of fun. And if you've not been in here, it's a great way to see the venue. It is pretty cool and very Instagram photo worthy. And then a few other things new for this week. It is Climate Action Week, brought to you by Walking Mountains. Earth Day is this Saturday. So they're going to have sustainability trivia going on tonight down in Eagle. It's at Color Coffee. There's a $10 suggested donation. It'll start at 6. But you can have some fun and learn a little bit about sustainability with the Palmer Funds Sustainability Trivia. So bring your friends for a beer or a snack at Color Coffee, test your knowledge. It's free, does not require pre-registration. But if you kind of want to know more about some of the programs that are going on this week, you can go to walkingmountains.org/programs/climate-action-week, and that'll bring you to the website to kind of give you the full lowdown. There's pretty much something happening every single day this week, so it might be kind of fun to check that out. So, and then also a few more things coming on later this week. We've got some live music. So we've got the Altitones, which is a great local band, multi-piece band. It's pretty fun when a lot of times you'll have the Altitones trio or duo, but when you get the whole band together, well, they've got a 10th anniversary show celebrating the life of Jude Wargo. So come on down to Agave, and this is going to be a lot of fun on the 21st. So this will be on Friday night. And then Vail Christian High School, they're putting together the production of Big Fish. Now, do you remember this movie? So it was a novel by Daniel Wallace, and then Tim Burton made it into a movie. And it follows the story of Edward Bloom and his crazy life. I mean, he had more tall tales, big fish stories than anyone could ever imagine. And, everyone believed in him. Everyone thought it was so great, except his son. His son, Will, was like, I don't know if I believe all these stories that my dad tells us. But so they've adapted this into a musical. And so Vail Christian High School will be putting this together Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So if you want to check this out, that's going to be at the auditorium at Vail Christian down in Edwards. So it should be a lot of fun. But another thing and then we've got the Wild and Scenic Film Festival going on, and this will be part of the Climate Action Week as well. That is going to be on April 20th, so Thursday. So if you want to see some really cool sustainable films, little documentaries, some shorts, they're going to have that with the Wild and Scenic Film Festival. That series has come here many times before. But hey, are you going camping this weekend? Is all your gear ready? Do everything's ready to go? I think people are so excited to go camping. But one of the biggest equations, I think, that I challenge with camping is cooking, because I can barely cook at home. So, Anthony, what's your go-to when you go camping?
Steak.
Steak?
Yes, I bring the grill.
You bring the grill. Yep. Okay, you got the little grill that you can do? Okay. Yeah, Anthony and I were talking about camping yesterday, and he's getting his car all ready. He's got trips planned. You want to go to the sand dunes. You want to go to Moab. Well, if you want to do some of that prep beforehand, Allie Stevens with Seasoned to Taste, she's got some great information for us. Here's more. With a little bit of prep beforehand, you can have a great tasting quiche on your camping trip. Here to tell us more, we have Allie Stevens. She's with Seasoned to Taste. And this is a great way to go on the camping trip. You can make a lot of things before you go. You can even freeze it and keep it in the cooler for a little while.
It'll be all ready to go. All you'll have to get to your campsite is just heat it up on your camp stove.
Awesome.
So it'll be ready to go. So we start with the sweet potato crust. So you just thinly slice them, the sweet potatoes, and then place them into your pan. That will create your crust. So then you'll bake that.
And you put a little bit of coconut oil
So
on it,
just
right?
put some coconut oil in your hands, put a little on each piece, and then bake it 425 about 20 minutes.
And what a great way to incorporate another vegetable.
So there's no heavy butter shell at all.
Okay.
And then one of the other ingredients in there is a leek. So you don't use any of the dark green. So we'll just cut that off. And then just since it's breakfast, I'll cut this in half. And then if there's any dirt in here, that's where you would rinse it off. Okay. So, and then you'll just thinly slice them.
Okay.
Okay, and so we already have our leeks and everything prepared for our filling. So what this is ground sausage. You're free to use mushrooms if you want to replace the sausage. We sauteed that in a little bit of coconut oil, and then we took that out, put our leeks in there, a little bit of ghee, clarified butter, added a tablespoon of water, and let that steam for a couple minutes, and then add our spinach to wilt, mix it all back together.
Okay, and then how many eggs are we using?
Yep. So we have about 7 eggs here. These pans you can bring camping a little smaller, so you don't want to overfill it. And then we're going to add just a little bit of coconut milk. All right, perfect. And then also here we have some nutritional yeast. It just packs a little bit extra protein.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, and it might add a little bit of a cheesy flavor as well. And then some salt and pepper.
Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna pour it into our, and you've already put this in the oven,
Yes,
right?
that's already been baked. Our crust is ready to go.
Okay.
All right. So then we would pour our filling on top of our sweet potato crust.
Okay, awesome.
You might have a little bit left over. And then we would just pour our filling on top of there.
Okay. Good to go.
Yep.
All right. Well, Allie, and then what do we cook this on?
So this will be at 400 for about 20-25 minutes, just until the eggs aren't jiggling anymore.
Voila. All right. So a great camping treat with a little prep at home. This is how you do it. If we want to find out more, what's your website?
Seasoned to Taste, co.com.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique, that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors, and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
We are back. I want to give you a look at the weather right now. If you're just joining us, hello, wake up. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to be with you for about the next half hour, so we'll try to squeeze in as much information as we can. But let's get to the weather first. It's a rather warm morning, right around 32 degrees, the freezing point. And up on the mountain, 28 degrees on Vail. Beaver Creek, of course, is closed for the season. They closed on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Now we're going to reach a daytime high into the low 50s, maybe even mid 50s. Valley, Eagle and Gypsum, well, you might want to hit the golf clubs. Eagle Ranch just opened last Saturday, and we had Gypsum Creek open the week before that. So you could do a little ski and tea if you wanted to golf in the morning and ski in the afternoon. Temperatures are going to start to rise by mid-morning into the mid-30s by 11, almost noon. And then we'll see things top off into the 50s. Lots of sunshine today as well, but we're going to see the wind pick up. So the wind did pick up yesterday, but it's going to be even gustier, maybe 45 miles per hour. And then that's going to stick with us for the evening too. Sometimes that wind will die down once the sun goes down. Not the case. It was kind of windy last night, and we're going to see the winds continue for tonight. Now, tonight we'll have a 40% chance of snow showers, mainly after midnight, mostly cloudy with a low right around the 20s, low 30s. Then for Wednesday, we're going to see a 20% chance of snow showers in the morning, and then that will really increase later on the day, and we'll see a 70% chance of showers later on. Not a lot of accumulation out of these storms, maybe 1 to 3 inches, 1 to 2 inches, what we're thinking. Maybe we could get 3 overnight. And then by Thursday, 50% chance of showers, mainly after 1. A little thunder could be possible with these storms as well. So keep your ears peeled for a little thunder. And then the winds won't be as gusty as we go through the week, probably about 25 miles per hour today. And then for Friday, a 40% chance of snow showers. And the highs will be a little cooler as we get into Thursday and Friday. So warmest days yesterday and today, and we'll see things cool down, which will actually be good because the snow is going to be what I call more winter-like. And you're like, Trisha, what does that mean? Well, January, February, when you only have daytime highs in the 30s, it keeps the snow a little more consistent with that temperature swings. And the snow kind of goes from this crunchy snow to like mashed potatoes and then back again. So when the temperatures aren't changing as much and not seeing those huge swings, the snow just kind of remains more consistent. Now, if this rings true, this map here, this little graph, 3, 3, and 3, if we get 9 inches of new snow, if we get 9 more inches of snow, we will reach the seasonal average of 354. We're at 345 right now. So we'll just keep an eye on this storm and see what's going to be coming of it. And then we'll have a beautiful weekend by the time closing weekend gets to us, and high in the low 50s for Sunday as we wrap things up for Vail's 60th anniversary season. What amazing season it's been. But Beaver Creek, we had a bit ado to them this past week, but they had a great season. They had a wonderful snow, almost to their seasonal average. Lots of great shows at the Villar. Chocolate chip cookies. You can't beat the beef. And the Villar had a nice season as well. The Wood Brothers played last week, and I heard a lot of people were trying to get tickets to that. So we're going to take a look at some of the things we have looked forward to at Beaver Creek. So Beaver Creek will be closing down. Now, I know that I spoke to Chris over at Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. They were going to close for about a week, and then kind of that week that everyone has the spring break, which is next week. And then they're going to be open. And some of the stores and galleries and everything will be open. The Exhale Spa, that sort of thing. The Starter, those places will probably be open. And a lot of times they get many conventions or future business leaders. The high school group will be in there. But Beaver Creek will be pretty quiet until Memorial Day weekend. Then we bring out Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. And this has been a long-standing tradition, a real favorite, kind of a kickoff to the summer. And they'll be bringing out, of course, the brews, all the beer, and the barbecue. And then we're going to have great blues music. So David Lawrence, The Spoonful, and Chicago Blues All-Stars, they'll be kicking things off on Friday night, and then 3 bands Saturday and Sunday. So the venue opens at 11. Activities go on till 6. So these 3 bands on Saturday will be just kind of rotating out of the mix on stage. So Mark Teleska, Texas Flood, which is a tribute to Stevie Ray Vaughan, and then Anthony Gomes will be closing out Saturday's show. Now on Sunday, the Burnsville Blues Band, 99 Brown Dogs, and the Jorgensens will play on Sunday. And then BC Unplugged, this is something new that they're going to be doing, and this will be on Thursday nights. So a lot of fun there, kind of an acoustic set for you. And then Independence Day, this is coming up, of course, on July 4th. We're going to have Black Magic, the Santana Experience, so a Santana tribute band, and then the Fabulous Thunderbirds. They'll be taking the stage too. Stars, Stripes, and Slush, food vendors, artisans. It's a big festive atmosphere up there, and it's kind of just a fun thing to do. And you can always do the parade in Vail in the morning at 10 a.m. and then make your way over to the Beeve later on for all the festivities. And then Oktoberfest. I'm glad we're already planning ahead. Get your Labor Day set. This is going to be September 1st through the 3rd, and they always have some fun bands. So they're going to have the Breakers, a tribute to Tom Petty, Tract and Compel. This is the actual band from Lech, Austria, Beaver Creek sister city, and Helmut Fricker playing also. So a lot of fun to be had there. So just kind of nice peeled to what Beaver Creek is going to be doing. They haven't really upped the calendar yet. That'll be switching over to summer, and then on a daily basis, this is always kind of fun because they're going to be doing their free yoga again on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting at 9 a.m. They're going to be village music, so live music in the village every single day from 6. And then on Saturdays, a Beaver Creek dance party, live music in the village core. And then Fossil Posse, Dinosaur Adventures, Tuesdays and Sundays. Billy Dorn will be back, and he's just such a full of knowledge about all these huge dinosaurs and other creatures that our area a gazillion years ago. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, Helmut Fricker, legendary Helmut Fricker. He'll be entertaining us with his alpenhorn, his accordion, and of course his jokes. So that's just a quick look at what's on up at all the things going on at Beaver Creek. So to have all that coming back this year. You know, we missed it during COVID, and it kind of came back last year, but we're going to see it really come back in full force this year. And then the Vlar Center, they're already released a lot of their show dates and announcements. So love it in his large band. We also have Toad the Red Sprocket. We have a lot of great musical lineup for that already. So if you want to find out but so that's just a different way to think about it. So just buy the tickets, and then if you don't use them, there's a way, you'll find a way to get rid of them for sure. But let's talk about a few more things that are going on this time of year. You know, we mentioned a few of the opera ski musicians like we're playing probably out on the decks and everything, and some of the best decks around are closest to the slopes, and one of those is El Sabor. And Ty Diaz had a chance to stop over there, and it's not only known for its Mexican food, it's got a pretty good burger as well. Here's more details.
All right, if you're looking for a place that has happy hour, I know a place in Lion's Head, not too far from the Eagle Bond Gondola, number 19, in Lion's Head, right by the skier bridge. And if you're looking for their menu, once you get here, there's a QR code, and I'm taking a look at it right now. I'm talking about El Sabor, and it is a Latin American cuisine that you can find here, authentic Mexican food and tequila bar. And much like you, if you're sitting at a bar, let's order a drink. Let's meet the bartender, Holly, right now. Holly, welcome to Vail Daily Live. Thank you for having us.
Hello.
Known for your tequila bar, and you have a signature drink here. People love the micheladas, they love the margaritas, but you guys take it a little further. Everything is made in-house, fresh ingredients. What do you have for us
So today we're going to do a jalapeno cilantro margarita.
Ooh.
So first we're going to use our jalapeno infused tequila with our triple sec. And so we'll do 1.5 ounces of the jalapeno tequila and 1/2 ounce of triple sec. We will add some fresh cilantro into that as well. A little bit of jalapeno bitters.
Wow.
That's
Never
what makes
heard
the
of
drink. All right. And our house-made margarita mix to top it off. Give it a little shake. And then that is your jalapeno cilantro margarita.
There it is, the training wheels. Got the lime right there, salt on the rim just the way we like it. Some like to use a straw, some don't like to use a straw, but for me, I'm gonna take this one to the head. Everything's so fresh.
So good.
And delicious. You ever get the salt? Yeah, it's time for another sip. Oh, that is fantastic. Look at, I'm really happy with this.
Glad you
I'm
like
sure you
it.
hear this all the time.
It's our most popular margarita by far. It's my personal favorite as well.
On that Sunday fun day, I'm sure people are looking for the hair of the dog, michelada.
Little michelada.
For those learning about what that is.
My favorite hair of the dog.
Oh, it's. And what is a michelada?
So it's a beer of your choice, spices, and tomato juice. So we're gonna rim it with some tahini, which gives a little spicy finish at the end. Put just a couple ice cubes in there. And then we're going to take a couple dashes of hot sauce.
Whoa. Maybe that's the secret ingredient for hair of the dog, the spices?
A little bit of Worcestershire. Fresh squeezed lime juice. We'll use Pacifico in this case because that's what I usually do.
Pacifico?
Pacifico. You can use whatever you want, whatever your preference is. Top it off with tomato juice. Give it a little bit of a stir. And we'll top you off with a lime wedge.
Served
There
tall,
you go.
very similar to a Bloody Mary, but kind of like a bloody beer.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to take a taste of this one too. My first time having a michelada.
They're tasty.
It's probably your first time having one too. You can do so at El Sabor. Have to chase it back with something. To be responsible, thank you very much. The food's here. To be responsible, they say, even to make sure that you don't have a hangover, you should eat while drinking. Ty is double fisting again. All right, so food, we ordered ahead. What do I have here?
This is the barbacoa tacos. So our barbacoa is made in-house. It's marinated overnight. We top it with pickled onions, cotija cheese, cilantro, and then you get a choice of side. In this case, it's beans and rice, and a couple lime wedges.
El Sabor in Lion's Head. They have tacos. You have authentic Mexican food here. But the rumor has it that you are known for your burger.
Oh, the burgers. The burgers are the best. 2 double patties, but they're thin, and that's what makes it. It's the best. You got to come in for the burger.
Again, you can find El Sabor in Lion's Head right by the skier bridge outside, right by the Eagle Bound Gondola, number 19, on the snow, maybe 30 footsteps from the base. Happy hour, operate, 3 to 6 for your happy hour. Special
3 to 6
pricing.
every day, even on the weekends.
And the special pricing you have for during happy hour
Yep,
on
we've
drinks.
got $3 draft beers, $6 margaritas, 2 tacos for $5. You have the choice of chicken or carnitas. And then we also do a $10 burger. It's a bacon cheeseburger. Comes with a side of fries, and that's a good opportunity to come in and try our burger.
Looking around, as you can see, it is family friendly, and so are the price points. You can find El Sabor's menu online. And what's your website so they can check out the menu?
elsaborvail.com. Yep.
I have to take another bite. Thank you.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
We We are back. I want to give you some details on today's weather. The lifts are going to be opening in about 15 minutes, and we're going to have them open until 4 o'clock on the front side, and then the back poles will be closing a little bit before that, right around 3:30 for today. But what's going to feel like today? Plenty of sunshine and warm temperatures. We're going to be getting into the 50s, probably even the 60s down valley. Winds will be picking up again like yesterday, but even stronger. We could see miles per hour, maybe around 45. Wow. So those are what the gusts will be looking like. Otherwise, 20 to 30 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. Tonight, a 40% chance of snow showers, mainly after midnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a low right around the 20s. And then for your Wednesday, that snow is going to continue. We've got a 70% chance of snow showers all throughout Wednesday. We're not going to see a ton out of the next couple of days, but maybe a couple inches each day. And you know what? It all could accumulate to around maybe 9 inches of snow is what they're talking about. Now tomorrow a bit cooler, only in the 30s. Overnight lows just dropping below freezing, 25. And then for your Thursday, we'll see temperatures right around the low 30s. So it will be a bit cooler than it is this week. But I think that's good. I think that's going to keep the snow really nice and wintry is like I like to say, but it's going to be a little more consistent for you out there. And it's just kind of a nice way to wind down the week. And then as we go into the weekend, we're going to see temperatures climb back into the 40s and the 50s. For closing weekend and closing day, 51 degrees. So Saturday, still some cloud cover. It will get sunny later on in the day. And then on Sunday, we should have a pretty gorgeous day. According to the forecast right now, mostly sunny with a high near 51 for Vail's closing day on April 23rd. So that's a look at what's going on with the weather. Hey, what's happening with Vail Jazz? So they are returning for their 29th season. And Vail Jazz, such really a staple of our summer. It used to just be held on Labor Day weekend, but throughout the years, it's grown throughout the whole summertime. So it's coming back in full bloom, and really cool to see what we've got going on with Vail Jazz. And they are going to be having their headliner concert series under the Vail Jazz tent, and then a free club-style concerts at the tavern, and then free Sunday afternoon concerts at Solaris Plaza. So there's a lot of things that are free, which is so amazing. So what we'll do is we'll have the Vail Jazz Festival kickoff party. Now this is going to be on Tuesday, July 11th. This will be with Wycliffe Gordon, okay? And he's been returning to this event many, many times. So that'll kick off the festival, true celebratory style with a 9-piece band, real upbeat, funky show. That'll be the Donovan Pavilion. And then we have the Vail Jazz at Vail Square headliner concert series. That's the Vail Jazz Goes to School. That was really fun. That was just last week with a band up on the stage. Pretty cool that they had that going on. So July 13th through August 24th, this will be on Thursday nights. You'll be able to see some great music. And then after this is new this year. This will be these club-style concerts at Howard's Hangout. Now, Howard Stone was the beloved founder of Vail Jazz, and he passed away last year. He was so legendary in this arena of music. Loved jazz, but they're gonna keep his spirit alive. So from 8 to 10 p.m., that's when Drew Zaremba, who's their new regional artistic director, he's gonna be kind of leading the group and getting you on a musical journey. And then Sundays at Solaris, these return. This will be 3 to 5 p.m. So right when the market wraps up, they will just roll straight into the music. I think that's brilliant because it just keeps everyone around. You can sit back, relax, maybe have a bite to eat, have a drink right there. And we've got a great lineup for that, including Tony Monaco presents a tribute to Howard Stone. So this is going to be a pretty cool thing. So vailjazz.org, that's all you need to do is go there and find out more details. Get your tickets. Like I said, some of these are free events. Some of these are ticketed events. And then the Labor Day party, that is the big headliner. That'll start August 31st and go all the way through September 4th. So really like 5 days of music that happens through this. And during that time, they've got a great program that's outreach to kids. They bring in 12 students from North America that are the best of the best in like the high school age group. And they get to spend basically 10 days in this intensive workshop working with the pros and learning, and they'll be performing at the Labor Day Festival as well. So it's really just a big tradition, almost 30 years strong. So we're happy to see that coming back this year. But hey, let's take it to a break. We'll come back with a bit more of Vail Valley Live after this.
Join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and watch Vail Valley Latino. Our goal is to elevate the voices of the Latino community in the Eagle River Valley and provide a platform to speak with local businesses, organizations, entrepreneurs, creatives, and much more. Find the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Outside Television Channel 17. We are Vail Valley Latino.
Hi, my name is Carrie Mae Wack and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. So come on into our Spark Studio. We have all the supplies that you could possibly need for any of your projects. Some of our supplies are free of charge. Some we do ask a minimal fee just to cover our cost and expenses. We can do high quality photos here. As you can see, we have all sorts of filament up here for our 3D printer. We have some really cool demos. This particular vase took 24 hours to print, but it's just one example of a project that we can do in this space. This is our glow forge, or a laser cutter. It's capable of cutting paper. Right now we have some cardboard in there. It can also do thin wood and thin acrylic. So this is a paper project. We have some cardboard projects over here. This particular shadow box was also made in our glow forge. So all of the software needed to run the glow forge is loaded onto our computers here. So you can see the mock-up on this computer of what is currently being cut in our glow forge. You can see that it's etching the words onto the cardboard and not actually cutting through the cardboard. So it's kind of hard to believe how many amazing things we have in our really small space. So today we pulled some things out so you could see what we have. So we have a thermal laminator. We have a Brother scan and cut. We have several versions of Cricut in the space. We also have a Janome embroidery machine. We have a regular sewing machine. We have a Cinch journal press. So again, anything that you want to make, design, create, chances are we have it in our Spark Studio. And all of those home videos you have, but that you can no longer watch because you don't have a VHS player, well, we have a way to digitize that. We can digitize VHS, 8mm, and slides. So in addition to technology that most people think of. We also have some technology that people might not associate with libraries. So we have a keyboard, a drum pad, a ukulele. We have these really cool things called silent strings. So we have a silent string violin and a silent string guitar. So people can play these instruments while they have headphones on, and they're the only ones who can hear themselves. So it really is a great instrument for playing in the library. Here we have all of the equipment necessary to do stop motion animation. We even purchased Dragon Frame software so that you can animate and create your own stop motion video. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
I can't believe all the cool things they have there. Anthony and her are like, what? Look at that. Like, I mean, very neat. So the library is so much more than books, and the Eagle Valley Library District has a lot going on. Their Books in Bloom event is coming up in May. So check out their website, evld.org, to find out more about that Makerspace Studio or about some of their upcoming events, especially with the season winding down and if you're looking for things to do. It's always good to kind of just enrich your life, what's going on. Hey, so I was taking a look at the grooming report. So back in Sun Up and Sundown Bowl, they did groom Ricky's Tube in Sundown Bowl and the Slot in Sun Up Bowl. I'll probably wait till later on, kind of midday, let the sun warm that up a little bit, but kind of neat to see that they've got that groomed for you. So enjoy that. And then if you're going to go over to maybe Game Creek Bowl, we've got the Dealer's Choice groomed for you today. Lost Boy, always a fun one. And some of my other favorites, we got Whistle Pig groomed for you. A little bit of Ram's Horn for you as well. And then out of Lion's Head, if you want to be heading down, Born Free, always just a good one if you just have time for a couple of laps. Just make some lunchtime laps over on Born Free for today. But that's a little bit of the grooming. Hey, a few more things going on this week. So Vail has been doing those employee appreciation parties. So we've got the last one coming up on April 20th. All right, so this will start right at 3 p.m. Joe G is going to be kicking it off. Lazy Syrup Orchestra, and then Moon Tricks will be the headliner. And if you work at Vail, you can enter into a special employee-only raffle. Now, the event is open to anybody, but they really want to reward the Town of Vail employees. And it's not just like the actual Town of Vail, it's within the town limits. If you work in Lion's Head, Golden Peak, Eastvale, you are invited to take part in this raffle. And are they doing the e-bike? Is that for this one? Yeah. So you could win yourself an e-bike, which I think would be so amazing. So check it out. You can go check out discovervail.com and learn more about this. But here's basically what you need to do. Put your name. Will you be in attendance? The name of the business location you worked for during the 2022-23 season, your manager's name, where you live, all this. So fill this out. It could be worth it. You never know if you're going to be the winner. I think it's so exciting. So we have that on the 20th, but 3 different bands. So a lot of fun. This is going to be right on the streets of Vail. So make sure you take part in this. It should be just awesome time. Hey, and then we also received some news from Vail Resorts on when they're going to open up summer gondola operations. So this is always exciting to know and good to know, especially if you're planning on coming back here. Hey, and if you are planning to come back this summer, it's good to get your Epic Pass now. Not only do you get the lowest price and the most benefits, the most buddy passes and all that, because you start to lose those benefits the longer you wait. But if you know you're coming back for summer and you've got your pass, you can ride the gondolas as much as you want all throughout the summer. And it's kind of nice to even just like, hey, take some pictures, go up to lunch. You have friends in town. It's just a good thing to have. But so here's what we're doing. So on Vail Mountain, they will open up Gondola 1 on June 16th through October 1st. And then after Labor Day weekend, it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday throughout the month of September all the way to October 1. Okay, over at Beaver Creek, Saturday, June 17th, all the way through Sunday the 24th. Now, after Labor Day, it'll just be Friday, Saturday, all throughout that time. They are going to try to open up their Beaver Creek Golf Club on May 12th. And that's usually kind of private, semi-private, but at the beginning and end of the season, they usually open it up to more locals. So check that out if you want to play Beaver Creek. Bring plenty of golf balls because you might lose some on those first 3 holes. And then at some of our neighboring resorts, Keystone's going to open up Friday, June 23rd through Monday, September 4th, and then there'll be kind of weekends, Thursdays through Mondays. And then Breckenridge, they're going to be opening up on June 30th through September 4th. So they're still going to be skiing there for a while longer. And then later on in June is when they'll open up their lift for the season. But pretty cool. And then if you're going to be going maybe over to Crested Butte, they're going to be opening up their lift on Saturday, June 10th. And they'll go through Sunday the 24th. But of course, September will just be weekends only. So pretty much daily from, those dates I mentioned in June through Labor Day, which is September 4th, and then weekends only or a variety of whether it's Thursday through Monday or a Saturday, Sunday, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you can find out all this going on Vail's, the different websites. So there we go. We got your access there. Give you some details on that. But you know what? It's already 8:30. Lifts are open. It's time to get rolling. Thanks so much for watching the show today. We will see you tomorrow.